Hi, sisters. Welcome back to HB Ministries. This is a place for women, a faith-based place for women to believe, behold, and become all God has created them to be. And today, I was not going to miss a devotion because today is International Women's Day. I believe all women's ministries across the United States and in other countries should be celebrating International Women's Day to the fullest. And here is why. Because we come together as women all over today, internationally, entrepreneurs, everyone is coming together to celebrate the power that is inside of us. But on another level, on a faith-based level, on a spiritual level, I can't help to think that all He is inside of us and how He has empowered us, that is a reason to celebrate National Women's Day. I think it's awesome. I think it's a great day that we are celebrating you. We are celebrating what God is doing inside of you. Listen, we come together to believe what God is doing inside of us. I have watched several women go through challenges in their life and come out on the other side and overcome. I have watched women fight cancer. I have watched women lose children. I have watched women battle in their relationships and battle in their marriages, battle because they're in a place where they're being defeated in a relationship. It's awful. Abuse is real. Depression is real. Suicide is real. Post-traumatic stress disorder is real. And I have watched women stand on their mountain and believe. And God has worked up something inside of them and gave them a supernatural power to overcome. Now, let me tell you something. That, to me, is worth celebrating. Celebrating you. Celebrating what you overcame. So powerful. And it goes perfect, absolutely perfect with today's devotional and today's word. Today's word is right here. It's in 2 Peter 1:18. And I thought, what an amazing verse for National Women's Day, right? Because this is what it's all about, ladies. It's you on your holy mountain. You getting to your place to hear His voice. And when you do that and you believe in His power, you believe in His tenacity, you believe in His strength, you will get through anything and everything. And that is National Women's Day. That's what we're celebrating. We're celebrating you and what God is doing inside of you. And what a testimony we can be to other women. What a day. I just envision this day, ministries coming together this week and celebrating women stepping forward and sharing their faith testimony, sharing what God did inside of them as they were guided and they believed on their mountain in His promises. Is that not awesome? So today's verse is right here, 2 Peter 1:18. It says, and we, I'm thinking of us, and us women, we heard this voice which came from heaven when we were with Him on the holy mountain. It's such a simple verse. It's such a sweet verse, and it's so little, but it's so prophetic. What's so prophetic about it is that, number one, you are going to hear His voice if you get yourself in a position. When you are in position, you are given power. Power through the supernatural, not our flesh. I think of Wonder Woman, this picture right here. I love it. I've spoken before and I've done a Wonder Woman conference where I dressed up in a Wonder Woman suit. And the whole idea is that we need to spin out of our flesh and spin into His supernatural. And the only way that we're going to be able to do that is that we need to get to that place where we're on a holy mountain. Now, I don't know what your holy mountain can look like. It might look like a couch in your bedroom. It might look like a walk in nature. You have that holy mountain. You have that place that you go to get yourself positioned so you can receive His strength, His tenacity, and His word, which is going to help you believe, behold, and become all God's created you to be. And then you are going to go and inspire other women. That to me is a Wonder Woman. That to me is why we are celebrating International Women's Day right here, to inspire one another. One thing that I have absolutely loved doing is helping women get to that mountain and discern his voice. And in the past year, I have been able to release butterflies. And what I mean by that is there are some women that I have been counseling and coaching, pastoral mentoring for about 2 to 3 years, some for a year, because they were stuck in a challenge, in a hole, stuck in depression, maybe from a past post-traumatic stress moment, a memory that they have not been able to get past, and they felt that they were imprisoned in their own pain, waking up and hearing those same voices every day. And to be able to step back and just know that I came together with them in counseling sessions, but really it was up to them to believe and behold and hold on to his word. And just with some coaching, they were able to see their challenges through his eyes, through his spirit. And then to be able to be released and fly and be a new creature with a new plan, new vision, new destiny, and not be able to trip over that past moment. Now, to me, that is amazing. That is strength in his word. That is staying stronger to the very end. And the only way we do that is not through some great mentoring program, but it's being able to get to our mountain and hear his voice. And sometimes we just need direction in that. So today I sat back and I celebrated his promises. And I thought, wow, God, only you. Because we're listening to your voice, we're learning to train, we're learning to reposition ourselves, but we have to get to the mountain to do that, right? We have to get to our mountain. And so I was thankful today. It's so worth it to celebrate his presence on our mountain, but then to celebrate you, what God has done. Man, the stories that I can talk about one after another. It is amazing. I can sit back and I can think of women that have lost their children and thought they would never, ever be able to see what God could possibly be doing in this. And then to step back and realize they're on a mountain now to share what God's doing. Women that are struggling with food addictions or losing weight. And yet they got on that mountain and realized God had a plan for them and they had to learn discipline. They had to learn routine. But it wasn't just learning the momentum of that. It was first being energized by his voice, by him encouraging them to why they wanted to love themselves and reposition themselves because he loved them first. And so there's so many things that we can celebrate today. And I love National Women's Day because God has a plan. And so today I'm so forever grateful for every woman that's investing. I'm so thankful that I'm able to use YouTube as a platform to gather women together in this community that we can belong to. And so again, I thank you. I thank you for your comments. I thank you for your messages. And so that is 2 Peter 1:18. If you are new to this channel, welcome. What it is a woman's community where we can believe, behold, and become all God's created us to be in his power, tenacity, and strength, and reposition ourselves with the guidance and use this community to stir us on. And that is woman empowerment. And that is what we're celebrating today. We're coming together to celebrate one another and what God is doing in us. So I pray that you have a blessed day. Remember to give this a thumbs up, share this community wherever you're at. And please stay tuned for the whole rest of March. Again, you will find this over on HB Bible Study and Resource page, which you'll find my planner set up there so you can screenshot. And just remember, we are ending this week. This whole week, we studied on focusing how to quiet our mind and listen to his voice. So today, it's about ladies getting to your mountain. You have to find your holy mountain. What does that look like? Where's that place where you're removed from anything chaotic and you just can quiet yourself down so you can be encouraged? That's your holy mountain. It could be on a treadmill at a gym. It could be when you remove yourself and you go sit in a corner. It could be in your car. I know a good friend of mine that will go away in her car and just sit. She goes to a certain parking lot and sits, and it's where she can quiet herself down. It's her personal mountain. So you have to find that first personal mountain where you can come to a place and believe in his promises. And that is how you're going to be empowered. And that is worth National Women's Day, when we're empowered by his spirit. Oh, it's so awesome. I love celebrating it. Now, coming into this week, which tomorrow will be Monday here, we're going to start studying finding your purpose requires a new level of faith and belief. Finding your purpose requires a new level of faith and belief. So for 1 week, we're going to study all those verses that has to do with that. So I was really encouraged with last week's. I was really motivated to keep finding my holy mountain and keep listening. And that's what it's all about. If I don't post every single day, it's okay, because God is still there and he's still going to reveal something to you. And you can always go over to the HB Bible Study and Resource page and just give a shout out of what you heard that day. You can go ahead and say, today's verse was good. This is what it spoke to me. And I hope that we just encourage simply that way over in that community. So be blessed. I love each and every one of you, and I'm so thankful for this community. If you are looking for any mentoring or you feel like you're stuck and you need help on your holy mountain, you can always reach out to me at heatherbaxter.com. There's a contact page on my website, and you can fill that out, or there's a calendar. Everything is there. I have simple sessions for 1 hour, where maybe you just need some help, how to get to that mountain, some resources to begin to take that step forward and feel a little bit of empowerment so you can get a momentum going. It's all there for you. I'm excited to be taking on a lot of new clients in 2020 because, like I said, I released so many butterflies and I don't take many in. So I'm excited who God's going to bring me. I pray about it, and I'm excited about who that's going to be and who God's going to allow me to mentor. I have some deep hurts that I went through. I've went through some training. I don't have the books down here, but I actually have one workbook that I use for a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder. And my stress came through my previous abortions. And I thought, no way would God love a woman like me. And I think how he has empowered me and allowed me to speak in other women's lives. And it's because of a healing. It's because of victory. It's because of what he's taught me. And so if I can take what I've learned and guide another woman into freedom, that is what it's all about. And that study not only helps somebody release in the pain that I was in, but it can be used in memory healing. It can be used in women that were raped, women that were abused, women that are fighting through relationship problems. There's so many levels that the study can be used. And I've watched so many women find joy on their mountain and realize that God is speaking to them and they've gotten rid of all those other voices. I'm sorry, but listening to women share those stories, that is truly International Women's Day to me. And God gets all the glory for that. It's just a day to get on our mountain and give joy and praise to him. And so be blessed. I will see you guys tomorrow as we go ahead and we find our purpose, which requires a little bit of stretching for how we're going to, believe at the next level and how we're going to expand our faith. And so remember, all of March is about stretching. So I pray that you were stretched in all last week's messages, and I'm looking forward to meeting with you tomorrow morning. So be blessed. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Happy National